I get the memo. I do not stay at the Intercontinental.
We're back. Hello. Welcome back. Cover 2 Sports.
Never have blown coverage. I'm Chase Hope.
I'm Luke Sullivan. It's another Wednesday, which means another show, which means we've got a lot to talk about. Where should we start?
Let's start with the MLB All-Star game that's coming up, Luke.
Yeah.
So we were talking in the studio before the show, and Luke thinks, well, we both think someone in particular got stubbed.
Snubbed.
Sorry, guys.
Stubbed.
Got snubbed. Got snubbed from the All-Star game, but
their career's over because they got stubbed.
But we're thinking about two different people here, and I'll give Luke the benefit of the doubt and let him tell you about who he thinks got snubbed.
I think that just means you want to go first.
Yep.
It's not the benefit of the doubt.
All right, we'll go first, Luke.
Well, I think Chris Bryant was a snub, and not because necessarily of his stats. I think it's because he's the MVP last year. Named the last time an MVP from the year before was not on the All-Star team the next season. It's been a long time, if ever. And just so to back that up, there were many, many years when Derek Jeter was named an All-Star when he didn't exactly have the best numbers at his position either. So, just, that's just my opinion. I'm just saying. But it'll still be a good game. It always is.
Well, when's the last time an MVP came back the next year hitting .262 with 16 homers and 33 RBIs? Like, the only other athlete that I can think of that's followed an MVP season up that's poor would be Bryce Harper last year.
True, but guess what? Bryce Harper was an All-Star last year. I'm just saying. I don't care if Chris Bryant made the All-Star team or not. I think the Cubs are still going to win their division. They're probably going to have a home field.
You think they're going to get it? You think they're going to get it?
41 right now.
I'll have to check that one.
I'm pretty sure they're 500, or they're hovering right around 500 of the All-Star break. Which we're not even to the All-Star break yet.
No, we're not to it yet.
We're like a week.
But you think the Cubs are going to? Do you think it's going to be?
They're playing in a bad division.
I know, but do you think they're 42-42? They're at 500. 3 games back behind the Brewers. Do you think it's going to be more?
No way. We've said this for 3 weeks.
I know, but what I'm asking you is, do you think it's going to be more of the Cubs putting it together, or more of the Brewers falling apart?
Well, at some point, winning a championship last year and going through all that, they had to learn something. And they have more talent than any other team in baseball roster. Individual talent-wise. Even with losing Aroldis Chapman last year, they gained. The roster itself individually is loaded. They're going to figure out how to put the bat on the ball, and Milwaukee's not been there. I've said this for 3 weeks. Milwaukee, they're great. They're a good story.
Yeah, but
it would be awesome if they did make the playoffs. I just don't see it happening. I think it'll be to answer your question. I think it's a combination of both.
I don't think the Brewers' rotation is going to be able to keep it up. I don't think they're going to be able to hold up. Eric Thames is, he started out the season real hot, hottest hitter in the league, and he's cooled off drastically. But another weird thing about this All-Star game is, the Cubs are defending world champs.
They have one All-Star.
That's it, and it's a relief pitcher by the name of Wade Davis.
It's been but you go sit here and tell me it hasn't been a weird year for baseball? Because it has. It's been a very weird year.
It's been a different year, but, my snub is I don't understand how Alex Wood, starting pitcher for the Dodgers, is not an All-Star. The dude's sitting pretty at 9-0, and he's had a heck of a year, has a 1.83 ERA, and has 87 strikeouts before the All-Star break. And he's not an All-Star.
I agree he should be an All-Star, but I think his issue is his first name's not Clayton and his last name's not Kershaw. Just saying.
But how is he not an All-Star? MLB...
Who votes on the All-Star game? The fans only vote for the starters. Who picks the rest? The managers from around the league?
No, I'm pretty sure it's fan vote all the way around.
Really?
I'm pretty sure about that.
Well, should we continue to do that? Because we have the same argument with the NBA All-Star game every single year. How much control should the fans have? Because Zaza Pachulia was almost an All-Star this past season.
Yeah, I agree. It was an issue a couple of years ago for the MLB when the whole Kansas City roster was pretty much going to be the American League All-Star team. It didn't shake out that way, but...
Well, they were all on the team. There was 9 people from Kansas City on the roster.
But you're going to tell me Alex Wood isn't deserving over, pitchers like Robbie Ray, who's had a great year, but he's not 9-0 with a 1.83 ERA. You also have Carlos Martinez from St. Louis. I mean, honestly, I feel like Woods had a better season than all of the starting pitchers on the All-Star team other than Kershaw and Scherzer.
Fair enough. I mean, there's a lot of first-time All-Stars this year. Think about it, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few. I mean, my man Freeman got robbed from, going down with injury, but hey, it happens.
Freeman was not going to be an All-Star. He didn't play enough games.
I'm saying if he didn't get hurt.
Well, we'll never know. You can't say he should have been an All-Star if he would have never got hurt.
He would have been an All-Star.
He probably would have had a slump.
No.
You're a year or two away, man. Give it a break.
But, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely going to be – it's shaped up, and it's been a weird, MLB season.
Home runs hit.
Broke a record. June broke a record for the most home runs in the majors for a single month.
Ever. And they've been playing baseball a long, long time. A long time. I just burped in the mic. I apologize.
That's pretty nasty.
Well, we had dinner right before we started the show.
And I mean,
give me a second.
And honestly, man, I don't know if there's a better team in baseball right now than the Houston Astros. They put a whooping on the Braves last night, but that lineup 1 through 9, man, is absolutely solid.
Well,
I mean, absolutely
they were like this
solid.
2 years ago too.
Yeah,
they were this
but
2 years ago.
No,
last year.
They were not as good as they are now. You have George Springer in the 1 hole leading us off, and then you have Altuve in the 2 hole. I mean that.
Where's Carlos Correa at? 3rd, 4th?
3rd.
I mean, he's a heck of a hitter. And Springer is too. They're both All-Stars.
Altuve's an All-Star as well.
All 3 All-Stars. I don't know. We'll see. They sucked for a lot of, they sucked for like 5 years. They were bad. And now all of a sudden they've had 2 decent seasons. We'll see. I'd like to see Houston be competitive.
I'm sorry. Josh Reddick has been batting in the 3 hole.
So Carlos Correa's 4.
Yeah.
But they just got Josh Reddick not that long ago.
No, this is his first year in Houston. But can you name a better lineup than this right here? You have George Springer leading us off. Then you go to Josh Reddick or Jose Altuve. They switch them up here and there. And then at 3, you're either going to have whichever one wasn't there. So it's usually Springer, Altuve, Reddick, Correa. Then you might have Brian McCann. And, I mean, they got Carlos Beltran, too. Along with Alex Bregman, or they sometimes put Marlon Gonzalez there at 3rd. And then you have Yuli Gurriel at first base and Norichi Aoki.
I mean, yeah, the team's loaded.
Solid.
I think their pitching staff might be what derails them in the playoffs, but we'll see.
Okay.
Nobody can hit off of them. Nobody can stop them from hitting. Excuse me.
No, I mean, I think they have the best lineup in baseball.
But you know who's scary if they make the playoffs? The Yankees.
That's a big if.
They have how many games back are they?
I believe they're 3 games back.
They're 3 games back with that lineup. Are you kidding me? Not far-fetched. They're young. I mean, I know they're young. But golly, geez, can they not hit the cover off the ball? Specifically, Aaron Judge.
They're 4.5 games back. They're behind Boston.
They're 4.5 games back?
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of baseball left. But
that's doable. They're not 15 games back. That's doable. And if you
they're in
matchup not there.
I mean, that's just for the division. I mean, they're in the wild card right now. They're in the wild card spot.
See,
yeah.
But do you want to play the Yankees in a one-off? No, I don't.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to. No. No, sir. You know why? That lineup is deadly. It's like the Ebola virus. It's like the swine flu, okay? You don't want it. You don't need it. And if you get it, you better go see a doctor because it's going to hurt. You know? It's not going to be good for anybody. But that lineup's loaded. Like, is Aaron Judge going to quit hitting home runs? He'll have 30 by the time the All-Star game gets here.
Who knows, man? I mean, I think he might be hitting that rookie slump. He's going to eventually. It happens to all of them. It happens to every great player. He's hitting a slump.
28 home runs right now. He looks like somebody you would create on the show.
Yeah. I mean,
he's huge.
Did you say? Were you able to catch the series?
He could be in a slump and still hit 3 home runs a series.
I mean, were you able to see the series this past week, the Yankees and the Astros, and Judge was standing on second with Altuve right beside him, man.
Yeah.
It looked like bring your child to work day.
He did. And then he did at the door at Yankee Stadium, I think yesterday, or the day before that. He did at the door out in the
I mean,
outfield.
he's definitely a
door.
stud. He's a stud.
I don't know, how good of a swinger he is other than, swinging home runs. But, if you're that good already at just swinging, why isn't he the DH?
Because he can play the field, man.
Yeah, but there's no way he's 6'7", he can't play the field for 20 years. That's not going to happen.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
He'll right into a DH spot perfectly.
Yeah, but right now he's young and he's able to play the field. Why would you put him on DH?
I'm just saying. You can bring other guys up, They got a lot of young talent. For the first time in a long, long time, the Yankees are more young talent than free agent signings, They're like a homegrown team, a lot like the 90s Yankees with Jeter and Pettit and
I think
Mariano Rivera.
I think they finally figured out that, it's sometimes better to build your team than to buy it.
There's no superstars on this Yankee team.
I mean, Aaron Judge has all the potential to become a superstar.
He's there now.
But I mean, like you said, he's putting up a solid season. He's batting .331, has 29 homers.
29?
29 homers.
Oh, he'll definitely hit 30 by the All-Star break then.
65 RBIs and 6 stolen bases, and he has a 1.145 OPS.
Mark McGwire's rookie home run record is in danger. He had, 48, 49 with the A's back in the late 80s? You'll have to check me on that, but I do believe that his record is in trouble. If he is at 30 home runs by the All-Star break, that means he's got to hit 18 in the second half of the season, which is not going to be a problem for a guy that hit 30 in the first half of the season.
I mean, he's already more than halfway to the home run record.
But
I mean, rookie home run record.
Okay.
Season home run record 73
No, it's not.
by Barry Bonds.
It's 61 by Roger Maris.
No, it's 73 by Barry Bonds.
Okay, whatever helps you sleep.
I'm not saying he didn't, have some steroids that year, but that's another discussion. But the MLB rookie home run record is 50.
True. I think he could hit 50. He's at 30 right now. It's the All-Star break.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to hit it unless he goes into, a rookie slump.
I don't see it. Do you see it?
I mean, for somebody that's batting .331 halfway through the season, he may not hit that slump.
Exactly. You said, he's due for a slump, but nope, we've never seen anybody put numbers like up there.
I mean, there's still a lot of baseball left. There's a lot to happen. But how about this NBA free agency, Luke? I think it's one of the craziest ever.
It's bananas.
There isn't that perennial superstar like there has been in years past. But we finally found out where the best free agent's going to be playing, and that's Gordon Hayward going to the Boston Celtics.
Is he the best free agent, though?
In my opinion, he is.
I think he's a great fit. I think Boston just arguably made a move that might move them around what is left of the Cavs, which is the same team, basically.
If I'm the Cavaliers, I'm the Cavaliers, I'm
scared.
I'm worried. There's no guarantee they're going to be
at the finals.
Exactly.
Now, does Boston match up with Golden State?
I don't think anyone matches up with Golden State.
Not when they just added Swaggy P to be on the bench.
He's a good player, but I think he might be a little locker room cancer, Luke.
You can't have any... No, there's no way that Swaggy P is on the same team as Draymond Green, and Swaggy P is the cancer of the locker room. All right, he's going to fit right in with all those guys that like to talk and they like to play ball. And, you know what Swaggy P does better than just about anybody in the league?
What's that?
Sure.
Talk?
Pull up from deep. And what did the Warriors do? Oh, that's right. They pull up from deep.
No, Swaggy P, Nick Young.
He jacks a lot of threes. He makes quite a few, too.
He's a great scorer, but he has an awful big ego for a role player.
Okay, but literally, he's being brought in to score the basketball on the bench.
Well, yeah, that's what he needs to do. He don't need to be talking all this smack and bringing negative attention to
How much negative attention did he bring to the Lakers? D'Angelo Russell brought more negative attention to the Lakers than Swaggy P did the last 3 years.
But Nick Young, he was all about himself, man. That's negative attention.
In
the media the media caught that,
It's
man,
not like
and
the
it
Lakers
spun
were
out of
gonna, It's not
control.
like the Lakers were going to be any better than what they were with or without him. So why not be a show of your own? Now he's going to go get a ring with Golden State.
Because the reason you don't be a show of your own is because you're in the NBA. People look up to you. Kids look up to you.
Gotta make
You
some
need
money
to,
somehow.
yeah, but you need to teach. I mean, it's more about just
He's not
doing
Steph
what's
Curry.
right.
Dude, I love Sergeant P. I think he's one of the most funny characters to ever come through the league. Quit doubting.
I'll doubt him all I want to, buddy.
He's going to win a ring.
Yeah, because he's with Golden State.
Also,
That's
what?
that's the
I'd take
only
less money.
reason.
I would take less money and go to Golden State. KD took less money to come back. A lot less money. He's making less money next year than CJ McCollum.
Yeah, it just shows KD's more worried about winning than he is making that money. But of course,
He already made the money.
of course, KD gets a lot of money through endorsements too.
True.
So it's not really that he's losing anything.
No. But still, he's taking pay cut to keep his team together. Which should make the rest of the NBA very, very scared. Because look how many good All-Stars have been moved so far. The finals has been over, what, a month? Not even a month? Not even a month. Paul George is now in Oklahoma City for change on the dollar. Nothing.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler is now in Minnesota for change on the dollar.
I'm not gonna say they gave him away. I mean, they could have got more, but I mean, they got a pretty decent deal. And
But
I mean, they got
compared to
Levine
what
and Dunn.
Boston was offering,
I mean,
Jimmy Butler, they pretty much sold him for pennies on the stock.
speaking of the money, that deal Kevin Durant signed. What do you think about the Nets agreeing to terms last night with Otto Porter to $104 million?
Well, the Nets got to start being competitive
contract.
somehow.
But Otto Porter is not worth a max contract.
Is he?
No,
Well,
not at all.
he might play up to his potential with a big contract. He lit it up in the second half.
If he needs to play up to
He
his
lit it up in the
potential
second
before
half
he
of
gets a
Washington.
big contract.
The Wizards are a scary team if he comes back, though. Do you really, if you're a team in the East right now, because there are no good superstars in the East.
LeBron,
Okay, Kyrie, LeBron, K-Love,
you got Isaiah Thomas,
Isaiah Thomas, Gordon Hayward. Those are two teams. Two teams.
you got John Wall.
That's what I'm saying. The Wizards are about to step right in, and nobody's talking about it. But if they bring Otto Porter back,
I
And they keep-
don't know if they should offer. I don't know if they should
if
agree.
they keep John Wall and Bradley Beal, and they both stay healthy, you saw what John Wall did in the playoffs this year. He had a breakout campaign in there.
Yeah, and then he doesn't show up in Game 7.
They're going to be the third seed probably in the East next year. Maybe the second seed.
Nah, I don't see the second seed.
Wow,
in the
LeBron's
future.
going to take more and more games off until he's pleased with the roster, which there's nothing they can do because they're in a cap hole. You know he will. You know this. LeBron might be the greatest player of our generation, but he's also the biggest baby. All right.
Oh, definitely.
You don't see anybody else complain. I mean, now, granted, he has a reason to complain. Why did you fire your GM right in the middle of free agency?
Yeah, but why?
Why
in the
is
middle
Dan
of the
Gilbert
season,
owning the team?
in the middle of the season, man, why is he asking for more playmaking?
Why is Dan Gilbert so bad with managing relations with the greatest player the Cavs has ever had?
I got a question for you. Is Dan Gilbert a worse owner than James Dolan?
No, because he won a ring. And he got LeBron to come back.
But did Dan win that ring? I see it more
I mean,
of LeBron
won
winning
the
that
ring,
ring.
but he still had to convince LeBron, hey, let's put the past in the past. Come home. And he came home and won a ring. Just saying. You know what I mean? James Dolan, they're not even close to the champion. They're not even close to the playoffs. They're not even close to the 8th seed in the East.
Okay.
And there are no good All-Stars in the East now. They all went to the West in one summer.
Okay. Well, is Dan Gilbert the worst owner in Cleveland?
When you put him up against what? What are the other options? Haslam from the Browns
Exactly.
and the dude from the Indians? Well, the Indians are pretty good.
This is more of a who's the worst owner, Jimmy Haslam or Dan Gilbert?
I mean, record-wise, definitely Jimmy Haslam. But personnel-wise and, relationships with actual people, which is what keeps your team good, that's probably Dan Gilbert. I mean, he's not very nice, honestly.
No, I mean, when LeBron leaves,
he ran
you
LeBron
seen,
out of town.
well, you seen the letter he wrote after LeBron
Yeah, that
left.
was stupid. He should have never wrote that letter, ever.
And I mean, now the Browns, they're not great, but they're on the rise. They're a good young team.
I feel like we've been saying that for 15 years.
No, I think it's legit this year, though. They had a pretty solid draft.
We'll see. We'll see. I'd like to see them be great. I mean, the Browns are never good. So it'd be cool to see them be good, but I don't see it. As long as LeBron's in Cleveland, the Cavs make the playoffs. Probably make the finals. At least the Eastern Conference finals.
I think any team LeBron's on, they're going to make at least the playoffs.
Maybe.
As long as he's in the East.
Yeah. I wouldn't see. That's why I wouldn't go to the West if I was him. Why do you want to go to the West and prove yourself? Why do you want to play for the Lakers and Clippers?
Honestly, I think it's...
When
I
the
think if
easiest path to the finals is staying exactly where you are.
Yeah, in the East. And I mean, if you
now,
knock
granted,
out...
you have to trade somebody. Somebody's got to go.
If you knock out the top team in the West, I think that's... I mean, an East beating a West team. I mean, the West is a lot more competitive, a lot more challenging.
Well, think about how good the West is going to be this year compared to the last 5 or 6 years.
I agree. I mean, they've added...
The last 5 or 6 years, the West has been like 2 times better than the East. Now they're going to be about 6, 7 times better.
I agree. I mean, they have Paul George now in the West. I mean, granted, they've lost Gordon Hayward, but Gordon Hayward doesn't
They
hold
lost
a
Gordon
candlestick to
Hayward
Paul George.
and gained Paul George and Jimmy Butler.
Exactly.
That's not even close to being a That's not even
No.
close. No offense to Gordon Hayward.
Not at all.
He's going to put up great numbers in Boston. And
I-
probably be the 2 seed.
I think he's a great fit in
I
Boston.
do too. I mean, he was a half-court shot away from winning the national title with Butler.
And now he's back with his old college coach, Brad
And I think
Stevens.
I think it's a good fit. But
He even said they have unfinished business, and that's to win a championship.
I don't know that,
I mean, I've also seen where Celtics are now shopping Crowder, Bradley, and Smart.
I would rather give up Jay Crowder right now.
I mean, honestly, I
For
feel
pennies
like
on the dollar.
I feel like Crowder would have a little bit more value due to his contract. I mean, he's honestly playing for a bargain.
Exactly.
Compared to
Trade
what
for
these new
pennies-
contracts
trade for
are.
pennies on the dollar and try to keep Marcus Smart, young, good defender, fits well with that culture. You definitely have to keep Avery Bradley.
I mean-
He's the best guard defender in the league.
Oh, definitely, and he can score. He's a two-way player.
He's become a great scorer.
He's a two-way
For
player.
many years, he was just a good defender. Now he's a good scorer.
Yeah, he's like Tony Allen, but better.
The Celtics better lock him up, though, because he's going to get the max next summer. And you know it's true.
I agree completely.
If Otto Porter gets the max, Avery Bradley's getting the max.
Definitely. I mean, I don't think Otto Porter deserves the max. That's crazy money.
I would throw the max that way if I were the Nets or the King. The Kings doing
You don't
max,
think
too.
that's going to hinder the Nets, though?
No. 'Cause
I mean,
it's not
they've already hindered themselves. They have no draft picks pretty much, but you're going to spend all your money on a guy like Otto Porter.
The Wizards are going to match the offer, so you're not going to go to Brooklyn first off. Not going to happen.
I think the Wizards are crazy if they match that.
But they're going to. They have the room to. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, but
They're
are they
drafted
going to have the room when Beal's up or when John Wall's back up?
I mean, that's you got to keep your team.
I mean, that's what's hard.
You can't
That's what's
bottom out with John Wall.
No, but that's what's hard about being a GM in any league, man. Because you got to decide if the player is worth that max and how much it'll hinder you in the future.
Okay, say they sign Otto Porter to this max deal and he stays in Washington.
Okay.
He has 2 good seasons.
All right.
Maybe makes an All-Star. It's going to be way easier to make the Eastern Conference All-Star team than probably ever before. A lot of spots are opening up.
I mean,
a lot of spots
but I mean,
are opening
is
up.
he really an All-Star? I mean, can you consider the bottom tier
Otto Porter?
the bottom tier All-Star in the East? It's more like a participation trophy in my eyes.
Okay, but you're still an All-Star.
I mean, yeah, I guess
And
technically,
then you
but I
can
mean,
flip him to, say, Sacramento for some picks. Some probably pretty high picks. Because although I love De'Aaron Fox, and I think Buddy Hield is a good player, and as is Willie Cauley-Stein, they're not close to being a winner in Sacramento. So and they had interest in Otto Porter. They offered him the max as well.
yep.
You're dogging on the Nets, but Sacramento offered him the same deal.
I think they're both retarded.
But in 2 years, what if you just flip that contract to Sacramento or Brooklyn? Brooklyn has picks after next year.
Okay, but what if
A high first round pick.
what if in 2
Then you get to
years
reload.
what if in 2 years he's not worth that money you paid?
Well, then you sell him for cheap.
He's in a contract. You can't sell him. And who would want to take that on?
Teams are chasing titles. He's worth something to a lot of teams.
I mean, we just gonna have another NBA type move. Here's Otto Porter and a draft pick. Get him off our payroll.
Probably. That's how everybody else does it, is it not? Paul George just got traded for Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis. Paul George. They didn't even get a pick back for him.
No, I mean, that was a terrible deal.
This
I don't
is the
get
worst
that.
trade of the summer.
I feel like they'd have got a better offer if they waited, halfway through the season. Traded him for the deadline. They're going to get something better than that.
They could have waited 2 days and traded him to Boston.
I mean, they got a better deal from Boston on draft night.
I don't know what the Indiana GM's thinking, but they're probably going to miss the playoffs.
What is Bird thinking allowing that to happen?
Bird left. He's the president, but he's no longer involved with basketball operations. That's why Kevin Pritchard's the GM.
Yeah, but if I'm Bird and I'm the president, man, that's not going to fly too well.
But the East is so bad, they might squeak in the playoffs. They did lose Jeff Teague, though.
Yeah, Jeff Teague's with Minnesota.
Yeah.
I mean, Minnesota has a nasty looking line.
Now their second team is going to be kind of hard to. It's going to be kind of hard to be better than the second team. There's a lot of new players in the East that weren't there last year. Philadelphia, if they stay healthy, they'll make the playoffs.
Oh, definitely.
Boston added young talent. They're going to be good again. Who else is in the East? It's a young team. That's about it. Philadelphia.
I mean, I don't know if the Raptors are considered a young team, but they're going to be back.
I think the East is going to come down to the next.
The Heat's a good young team.
The next couple of years, the East is going to come down to Cleveland. As long as LeBron is in Cleveland, the East is going to come down to Cleveland, Boston, probably Philadelphia, and Washington. Those are going to be the best 4 teams in the East for a while. Now, whatever happens after that happens. Who knows? Detroit, are they going to make the playoffs? I don't know. Indiana, they're a mess. Chicago, mess. There's a lot of holes to fill on the East. Now, the West
is stacked.
The West, the 10th seed is going to be, the team sitting in 10th place is going to be a game and a half or a half a game out of 8 spots.
But
there's 10 great teams, 11 really good teams in the West. So making the playoffs is going to be super hard.
I agree, but with the Thunder adding Paul George,
that doesn't make them better than.
I mean, they're obviously going to be better than what they were, but they're not. They're still. I still think they might still be in the bottom half of the seeding for the playoffs.
I think they climb to the 4th seed. The 4th seed feels like their max. With that team, it feels like the max. Now you could. I think the West will shake out something like this. Shake out. Golden State, San Antonio, Houston, Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and then 6, 7, and 8 is just a toss-up. Who gets those last 3 spots? Who knows? Denver. I think Denver makes the playoffs. They had Paul Millsap.
I think that's a good ad.
I think
Millsap's a good player.
I think Minnesota and Denver make the jump back into the playoffs next year. I really do. I really do.
Well, Minnesota's definitely in. I mean, unless they're just hindered by injuries.
Denver should be in. They were a game out of the playoffs last year.
Do the Lakers climb in this year? I mean,
we'll see.
If Lonzo Ball plays like Daddy talks about, they did add Brook Lopez. I think that's a solid big man.
Depends on how good they play together. The West it's not open, but.
I mean, you still have the Pelicans.
The Grizzlies.
The Pelicans are going to be a good team.
The Grizzlies, they got rid of the heart of their grinding out. Zach Randolph did go to Sacramento, so the Grizzlies are probably going to be bad. Yeah, but we'll see. It doesn't matter. We're talking about this in July.
Yeah.
Maybe another 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months before we find out how this all shakes out.
I just think it's sad when the off season is more exciting than the regular season.
Yeah, I don't think any of this is going to matter.
Another team though in the East that could climb up in the playoffs is going to be the Hornets.
Probably, yeah. They got to steal the draft.
Malik Monk. They also added Dwight Howard in a trade. I think Kemba Walker and Malik Monk's going to play well together.
Yeah, I think Dwight Howard's about as ancient as the kids.
And the Heat could slide in. I don't think the Bulls aren't going to make it this year.
No.
So I think the 2 teams, possibly 3 teams, the Hawks may not make it. And then I feel like the Pacers and Bulls definitely won't make it. So I feel like there's 3 spots up for grabs, and I think those 3 spots are going to go to the Heat, Hornets, and 76ers.
Yeah, except the 76ers might be like the 4th seed.
Yeah, I
They're
mean the
gonna have a pretty
Hawks
good
were
game.
the 5th seed. They're not. I mean, no, I don't see them making it. The Bucks are going to improve, and I mean the Pacers and Bulls were the 7 and 8
Milwaukee.
seed.
I left Milwaukee off the team that's going to compete for the East title. As long as Giannis is still there, I like Milwaukee no matter what. Because he has the potential to be that next great player. He could be like the next
Definitely.
LeBron.
Dude, I mean he's such a freak athlete.
Such a stud. He just learns how to shoot basketball.
And I mean, they pretty much had the steal of the draft last year. I mean, point guard goes in the 2nd round, gets Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to get that lucky anyway.
But I mean, you have Timberwolves who were 13th in the Western Conference this past season. They're taking over a playoff spot. I don't think the Jazz are a playoff team anymore, and they were the 5th seed this past season. I think the Thunder will move up from the 6th seed a little bit. The Clippers are falling down from the 4th seed. I mean, I think the West is just going to be absolutely crazy, man.
It's going to be so competitive, not to not.
I mean, it's crazy.
Well, I think the only way the Pelicans make the playoffs is if they play Cousins and Davis not together.
What do you think about the Clippers have expressed interest in Derrick Rose? You think that'd be a good fit?
We'll see.
I mean,
probably not.
I mean, they've lost Chris Paul. I don't think Derrick Rose improves much. I mean, I feel bad for him. I really do, man. He was one of the best, if not the best point guard in the league, his MVP season. And his knees just gave out.
Yeah, I don't, Derrick Rose is probably the greatest what if. And it's such a sad story, we should probably end our show on that today. Just as a moment of silence for what Derrick Rose could have been.
Okay, so, well, you have it here, guys. We're going to end with a weeks-long moment of silence.
I mean, there's not much. I mean, honestly,
Derrick
God, we
Rose.
covered everything, did we not?
Yeah, I mean, we've hit everything.
Everything. We went through our agenda for the night, and
I mean, honestly, I think Derrick Rose deserves a week-long moment of silence.
Exactly. I've talked so much about Derrick Rose over the years. I'm tired of it. The most famous Derrick Rose has been in the last 6 months has been the Sacrifices song by Drake on his More Life album when Young Thug's rapping. I'm talking Rose like Derrick. I'm talking Rose like a Billy, like a Luca. You know what I'm saying?
All right, there you have it, guys. Luke's officially not a rapper.
No, we already knew that. Duh.
But, I mean, we appreciate y'all listening, guys. We
Thank
love
you.
y'all. And
We'll see you next week. Have a happy belated 4th of July.
go, America.
And, peace. We'll see you next week.